Well, New South Wales Opposition Leader Jodie McKay has denied reports that she provided a letter of support to stop a convicted pedophile from being deported. Joining me live now is David Elliott, New South Wales Police Minister. Minister, good to see you. Thanks for joining us this morning. So are you certain that it was a letter of support?
Well, you can't just walk away from the fact that you've put your signature on a letter that has your name on the top of the letterhead via Parliament. I mean, she has made it very, very clear that this was a representation to the tribunal on behalf of a constituent who was acting on behalf of somebody that wasn't even an Australian citizen. The pedophile wasn't even an Australian citizen. It raises too many questions. The standard was set with John Robertson, and so she has to stand by that standard.
She says, and this is her statement last night, I categorically deny the suggestion I provided a letter of support to the individual in question. I did not advocate on the individual's behalf, nor did I express any support in his case. Is that enough?
Well, no, I don't believe that, and I don't think any member of Parliament would believe that, and I don't think any sensible Australian would believe that. When you put your signature on letterhead and you forward representations to a tribunal, you are, by virtue of the fact that that letter has been sent, supporting the correspondence. She didn't deny the fact that she supported the correspondence. She's actually just said, I didn't support the representations. That does not pass the pub test, and it doesn't pass the standard that she set when John Robertson was forced to resign.
Should she resign?
Yes, she should, because she can't stand up and bring the government to account when in her own electorate office, when her own parliamentary staff, they're making representations on behalf of pedophiles. I mean, that's exactly what John Robertson did. That's exactly what happened under Kevin Rudd's rule. And I don't think she's got any credibility amongst the party room anymore.
OK, just moving on to the vaccine rollout due to begin soon. A debate seems to be emerging between your government and other governments, federal government as well, over who should get what when it comes to the vaccine. You believe that New South Wales should get the lion's share because you're doing the heavy lifting?
Well, that's right. I don't think there's any sane person that doesn't see that New South Wales has done the heavy lifting when it comes to the response to COVID. We've taken the majority, by far the majority of people that have come in from overseas. We've also been able to show world's best practice when it comes to managing clusters. We've also got the largest population, so it stands to reason that New South Wales should get the lion's share of the vaccine.
Has the carve-out been spoken about in government circles? Do you actually know how much you're getting? Well,
the carve-out will be decided this week. The vaccine's only arrived yesterday, and I think that is a matter of great relief to most Australians. But as far as we're concerned, we do expect as a government, as a state government, having done the heavy lifting, that we would get the compensation required by way of an extra number of vaccines.
Are you expecting any delays?
That's a matter for the health minister. I mean, I'm comfortable that at the moment we're managing the pandemic. I mean, as police minister, that's what I'm responsible for, making sure that the government responds to the operational capabilities, the government response to the vaccine rollout is all done in accordance with best practice, and I think that's what we're doing.
OK, I just want to get your thoughts just finally on Brittany Higgins, a young staffer who worked in Canberra, as you know. Horrific allegations last night. Can I just get your reaction to that?
Well, it is horrific, and any woman that's gone through what she's gone through deserves our support. I've been a staffer in the past on a number of occasions, and I've never seen this sort of behaviour. So the suggestions that this is rampant, I think, are incorrect. What I wanted to do is make sure that she's very frank with the police. She deals with the police, she's open with the police, and let's get this matter investigated and prosecuted.
Is the New South Wales Police involved in this in any
way? Well, that
way?
depends on what evidence she provides to the police. I mean, at the moment, the circumstances suggest that it may be just the Australian Federal Police, but sure. It depends where any of these incidents have occurred.
OK, so you just touched on this, but I was going to ask you anyway. Do you believe that there is a cultural problem within the Liberal Party? Because this isn't the first instance.
No, there's problems in every workplace, and there always has been. But I've worked as a staffer 30 years ago, 25 years ago, and I never saw examples of this. But I have worked in areas where people have pushed the envelope, and I'm very comfortable that the culture led by Scott Morrison and Gladys Berejiklian is sound.
OK, New South Wales Police Minister David Elliott, appreciate your time this morning. Thanks for coming in. Talk to you again soon.